We're the Millers is one of the most underrated comedies from the 2010s, and the film that still holds a box office record for Jason Sudeikis is now streaming on Netflix. Jason Sudeikis was in all kinds of comedy movies throughout the 2010s, and while many of them are great, We're the Millers is easily one of the best. Luckily, We're the Millers' recent Netflix release means that the iconic comedy can now be discovered by a whole new generation of fans, with the 2014 film being a fan favorite that is undeserving of the reputation that it has. The cast of We're the Millers is full of incredibly talented actors like Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Will Poulter, and Emma Roberts, with these four stars making up the titular fictional family known as the Millers. 10 years after We're the Millers was originally released in theaters, the film has hit Netflix, with the immensely popular streaming service giving the movie a platform to have a much-needed second wind. We're the Millers is an incredibly underrated movie that is full of laughs, and here's why that is and whether you should watch it. We're the Millers is now trending on Netflix. Why it's so underrated. The film has 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. The 2014 Jason Sudeikis comedy We're the Millers was released on Netflix on December 1, 2024, with the film now trending due to its newfound popularity. The movie follows Sudeikis' David Clark, a pot dealer who is deeply in debt to his supplier. In order to make up his dues, David is tasked with traveling to Mexico and picking up the supplier's dangerous new supply of drugs. In order to do this, David decides to hire a wife and 2 kids, with them pretending to be a vacationing family known as the Millers and driving an RV that is perfect for smuggling drugs out of Mexico. As of the writing of this article, We're the Millers only has a 48% critics score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is way lower than it deserves. We're the Millers is full of heart and some great laughs, with the film having some jokes that are so iconic that they have become popular memes, such as the "Wait, you guys are getting paid" quote. Based on the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, the film was received much more favorably by audiences than it was by critics, with the 76% audience score highlighting how popular the film remains among general viewers. We're the Millers still holds a box office record for Jason Sudeikis. And it almost holds on to another one. Although it has been 10 years since We're the Millers was released in 2014, the film still holds a major box office record for Jason Sudeikis. As of the writing of this article, We're the Millers is still the highest-grossing Jason Sudeikis movie at the domestic box office, with the film grossing $150.4 million domestically against a budget of $37 million. Here is a list of the top 10 highest-grossing Jason Sudeikis movies at the domestic box office, via the numbers at the worldwide box office. We're the Millers has only been passed by one Jason Sudeikis movie, with it remaining the second highest-grossing Sudeikis movie worldwide. At the worldwide box office, We're the Millers grossed $267.8 million while the Angry Birds movie grossed $352.3 million, with the video game adaptation doing significantly better than We're the Millers. However, the Angry Birds movie is animated, meaning that We're the Millers is still Jason Sudeikis' highest-grossing live-action movie worldwide. Why We're the Millers 2 was cancelled. The sequel was announced in 2014. After the box office success of the first We're the Millers, a sequel was announced in 2014 under the title We're Still the Millers. However, very few updates on We're the Millers 2 were given throughout the years, with it presumably being quietly cancelled at some point. This was confirmed by Jennifer Aniston during a Murder Mystery 2 promotional interview as well as by Will Poulter in 2022. Although both actors seemed interested in reprising their roles, they gave no official word on why We're the Millers 2 was cancelled. It could be that it had simply been too long since the original was released, as a decade is a long time for a comedy sequel. Since the first film was released, Sudeikis became invested in Ted Lasso while Poulter got bigger roles in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and The Bear, meaning that their career paths may simply have changed too much since We're the Millers was released.